Hi guys, my name is Raina. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. Today I'm going to be filming just like a get ready with me, my everyday makeup routine. We are heading to Lexington here in just a little bit, probably 30 minutes or so. And we're going to go see Captain Marvel. We're going to go out to eat. And Lindley's in here, so if you hear crazy noises, that's why. But we're going to go out to eat and we're going to go to Trader Joe's. So I thought I would just show you my makeup routine. Since I have a little bit of extra time, and I'm gonna try not to like edit too much out, just so you can see like the whole process. I have already moisturized my face with MAC Complete Comfort Cream. I showed this in a date night haul and I absolutely love it. It smells really good and I've been working through it, like used quite a bit out of there already. But I really like this product and it just feels really good, smells really good. It is very comfortable, as they say. I hope my mirror isn't too annoying for you. I'm going to start off with the Smashbox Photo Finish like color correcting green primer. And I don't want to pound it on my desk because that would just like mess with the camera. So I'm going to try to just do it on my pants. As you can see, I have a lot of redness in my skin. So I have about that much right now. And I'm just going to work that into my skin. And I'm also going to be using the pore minimizing primer. I've got clean hands. And as I said, my skin is moisturized. And I'm actually working from a travel makeup bag because Mama? I just got back. Mama? Yes, baby? How you doing? I'm doing good. How are you? I'm tall. Oh, are you tall? Yeah. I just got back from a work trip to South Carolina. I had hoped to vlog some on that trip. I forgot to show you how much I had. I had hoped to vlog some on that trip. Did a lot of fun stuff. I actually went to the shooting range for the first time. It was spit everywhere. It was an outdoor range, and I shot a 22 and a Glock 9, and didn't know what the heck I was doing. I had to like have full instruction, but my very first shot, like I hit like in the center section, not in like not dead center of the target, but in the center section anyway. Okay, so day to day, I probably wouldn't apply primer just because I'm always like in a super hurry everywhere I go. But since I have a little bit of extra time, I thought I would today. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour in the shade 120 Classic Ivory. I love this foundation. I'm absolutely addicted to it. It's super affordable and really good coverage. I have become addicted to full coverage makeup too. And you can't beat when it's cheap, or at least as cheap as this is. And I do about a pump and a half of this, and I just washed my Eco Tools sponge. I couldn't get all of that out of there, but it's clean for the most part. So I'm just going to do one quick dab in there, and I'm going to dot it around my face. And then I'm just going to start pouncing it on. Make sure you work it down the neck and into the ears even, if they're going to be showing. And I really have to work it into the corners of my nose. I could do that with concealer probably, but I don't wear a lot of concealer on a day-to-day basis. So I just try to make it with foundation. I'm sorry that she's making the camera shake, sorry.
What is that?
Huh?
Apple.
I'm using like the bigger side. There's a smaller flat side and then there's a bigger flat side. So that's the side that I'm using to apply. I've got a little bit of a breakout there, so I'm going to put some concealer on today just for giggles. And then I just did another dot on my hand, and I'm going to start on my forehead. Just start spreading that out. And I go over my eyelids as I do it, all the way up into the hairline. And I've really focused like above my eyebrows too, like right here in this space above my eyebrows, because for some reason that space on my face doesn't want to accept the product very well. Just tweezed my eyebrows before I got ready. It'd been a little bit, so they weren't like super red or anything, but I'm using my mirror and the viewfinder. So I'm seeing like right above my eyebrow here, I need a little bit more coverage, so I'm just gonna dip what's left in my hand. Just kind of go over that. And for the most part, I do bounce it in, but then at the end, I'll kind of rub it in a little bit just to make sure it's in. Next, I'm going to put on some concealer. I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Sand. And I'm just going to like take a little bit off of the end, and then I'm just going to kind of dot it around my eye there, and a little bit down the center of the nose, whatever's left on the brush, right up here through the middle of the forehead, or the between my eyebrows, I guess. And then I'm going to start off blending that out with my finger, my ring finger, and I'm just going to kind of work that around. And I try to go in a triangle shape, a little bit on the outside of my eye. Make sure I get the inner corners. And then I'm going to change back to the Eco Tools sponge, but I'm going to use the shorter side to blend this out. And I kind of look that way when I've got that in that very inner corner. Now I'm looking this way. I'm using the side of that point, sorry, to get in the very center there. Now I'm just going to blend out what's left there on my nose and my forehead. Then we're going to go in with the NYX HD Professional Finishing Powder, NYX Professional Makeup HD Finishing Powder, anyway, in the shade Banana. And I'm going to use the e.l.f. small tapered brush. It's quite dirty. All of my brushes are super dirty right now, so sorry about that. All right, NYX HD Finishing Powder in Banana. Put a little bit in there, tap it off, and we'll start going underneath. I even go on the eyelids because some of that concealer did go on that lid. And I'm just tapping it in there, tap off the excess. Making sure I get that inner corner really well. Oh, I just hit pan, like literally, in this moment. Going back in, going around my nose a little bit since I've got some of that concealer on there. All right. Then I am going to grab my Real Techniques powder brush. Got a doggy in here. And use the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Pressed Powder in the shade 120 Classic Ivory again. This is normal to oily formula, and I'm just gonna like tap my brush in there really good, make sure I get a lot of product on there, tap it off, and I'm gonna start pressing it into my skin. I don't want to mess up that foundation or that concealer. Again, tapping it in, and I do like 5 sections over my eyes and cheeks. Again, just like tapping it in. I'll get over my ear a little bit since I had some foundation there. And some people don't need this much powder. I'm not nearly as oily as I used to be, but I still feel like I have to set my foundation really well. I think it gives it a lot of staying powder and just a little bit more for underneath my chin. And then just to like sort of tone down the powdery look, I will sort of brush it around, but not enough to disturb the makeup. So I'm done with that. Next, I am using this angled blush brush that is like crazy dirty from Target. And I don't even remember what brand this is. It's just like an angled blush brush, but I do remember I got it from Target. And I'm going to use this Broadway Colors Powder Cheek Palette Kit. This is in the shade, or in, I don't know, it's the one called Spring. I think there's another one called Summer. I actually got this at the Dollar General store and I was super impressed with it. It is quite powdery. It has a lot of kick up. But I have used this much. Like I picked it up around Halloween and I've used this much. So I just do like one small dip or a couple small dips since I'm so close to the end, hitting pan on those two right there. And then I'll just do a fish face and start working that in. Tap off the excess. Right there on the apple of the cheeks, and then work it back to the temple. Alright, that is the face. So now I'm going to do the lips, and I'm going to use my favorite lip product. My favorite lip product of all time. This is the Jordana Twist and Shine Moisturizing Lip Balm in the shade 05 Honey Love. I freaking love this stuff. Like, it's just the perfect Your Lips But Better shade for me. But because I have a lot of foundation kind of still caked up on my lips, I'm going to go in with this CoverGirl Outlast pen in number 420. I'm not sure what shade that is, but number 420. And I'm just going to go around my lips just a little bit. This is super dry. I don't have a lot of product left in it, but this is just going to be enough to kind of just define my lips a little bit, and then I'll put on the Jordana.
Mama?
Mm-hmm.
He did.
I'm putting on my makeup. What are you doing? Nunley bag. No. Okay, so that is this. And then we're going in with the Jordana. It's just like a flat, it starts out as like a crayon, or just like stubby, you know, crayon. And over time, the point gets a lot smaller. I honestly don't really like the point. I like it when it's like a lot stubbier and flat like this. I think I can be a little less precise with it. Rub my lips together. And then I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do the trick, this, and then I get the corners of my mouth and my Cupid's bow just to make sure I didn't have any lipstick travel outside of that. And it is very much, I'm not sure it said, it is very much a stain. It stays with me for a very long time. And I usually take a Q-tip. For some reason, this corner wants to feather. So I'll usually make sure I'll take a Q-tip and get those corners. Then I'm just going to do a quick wash of color on my eyelids, and I'm going to do just like a champagne-y. This is a palette that I made from the Balm. It is called Colors That Float Your Boat. It is just like a custom palette. They had a bunch of different palettes that you could fill like this. This is the one I like just because it reminded me of myself. Just a blonde girl, kind of voluptuous. And so that's why I picked it. And I've never been to San Francisco, so that's fun. And I just made a super, super neutral palette when I did this. This has been a couple of years ago now, but I've had to replace some of these shades. So the shade I'm using today is this one right here. It is shade number 41, and this brush is from Sephora. It is called the Blending Brush number 237, and it's got kind of like a flat tip, and it comes to a point. I don't know. It's a very oddly shaped brush, but it's a brush that I like a lot. I've had it for a long time, and I'm not even sure that they have it anymore. But I'm just gonna like dip into that just a little bit. I'm not even gonna like, I'm just gonna press it. And then I'll start working that shade over the lid. And we're just like doing a quick wash of color. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's what I like about this. Just throw it on. Good enough. I like shimmery shadows. If you like matte shadows, then find a matte shadow that you like and just kind of pressing it in there. Going over it, over the lid there. Not super precise, not even like highlighting the brow really, just throwing it on. Then I'm going to take this duo fiber face brush from Real Techniques. This is a tip from Emily Noel 83. And I just kind of brush away if I've got any excess eyeshadow that kind of drifted around. I'll just dust this around. I really like using that step when I'm doing like a bunch of different colors. I think it's just like one little final blend. And I'm gonna take a Q-tip and get the eye boogers out because that's just life. So get those out of there. Yuck. And now we're down to the eyes, just the eyebrows and the eyelashes. That's all we have left. That is usually what takes me the longest with my makeup, so we'll go through that just a little bit. Today I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe, and this is like my favorite of all time. I have compared this to the Anastasia, and honestly, I like this one better. I think it matches me a lot better. And just gonna brush my brows up, and we will fast forward. Those are the finished brows. Woo! Now we're gonna go in with the NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. This is clear, and this is a pretty new tube. The wand comes off really clean. You don't even really have to clean it off. I just clean off the tip end. And I just set those really quickly. I am obsessed with both the brow pencil and this brow gel. I'm not that close, so I can't see what I'm doing. I'm obsessed with both of these products. Like, I will buy them 6 and 7 at a time. When they have NYX buy one get one free and 20% off and all that jazz, yeah, I go nuts. I buy a ton of them. I'm gonna set the face today with the Mario Badescu Aloe spray. Gonna give it a shake, and we're gonna give it a spray. Got it in my mouth. That's so refreshing. I really want one of those hand fans that Allie Glines has. And then she'll like take her beauty sponge and she'll press in just to take away all that powderiness. And I really want one of those. And I'm going to finish it off with the CoverGirl Supersizer Mascara in the shade Very Black. Emily Noel 83 recommended, and it's amazing.
I look adorable.
You do look adorable. I like this wand because you can get all the way to the inner corner. And you'll notice I'm putting mascara on both sides of my lashes. I do not curl my lashes. Thankfully I'm pretty blessed with lashes. So using an eyelash curler just seems kind of terrifying to me. But I do put mascara on both sides of the lashes. I think that really helps them stand out even more. Then I'll do my lower lashes. Take a Q-tip to clean up anything I don't like. And that is the finished makeup look. We are heading out the door pretty much right now. I thought I heard thunder. Anyway, so that's the finished makeup look. This is my everyday look. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know down in the comments. If you want to see an in-depth tutorial on how I do my eyebrows or how I put on my mascara, then let me know about that as well. Please subscribe while you're here, and thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit. We'll see you in the next video. Bye!